locate ourselves and see ourselves in the field, and what are the different methods and what are the different techniques that can be used to locating yourself in the field. As you guys know, when we go to the field, we take various maps with us, and we call these maps as topographic maps. And as you remember, topographic maps, they don't show you any features like the geology, but they represent features like they have topography and different contour lines that represents different heights. And when you are in the field, how you can locate yourself with different techniques, and how you can see where you are in the field, and there are different angles and there are different styles that you can do. As you know, base map can be a satellite image or can be a topographic map. And on this topographic map, we have roads, we have highways, we have mountains, we have peaks. And once you are in the field, you need to inspect yourself. Like you need to see where the vegetation is, where the vegetation cover is less, or how is the terrain, how is the general geology of the area, what is on your right, what is on your left, what is in your front, and then you try to orient yourself in the field. आपके पास जो भी मैप होगा आप उस मैप को ओरिएंट करेंगे. नॉर्मली हर मैप के ऊपर एक एरो लगा होता है. दिस एरो रिप्रेजेंट्स नॉर्थ, and you have a Brenton compass. So what you do, you just place your Brenton compass along this map, and then what you do, you just try to align your map with the north in the Brenton compass. And once you align it, it gives you the direction that where is the north. And then once you are standing on this, like for example, we suppose that you are standing on this intersection of the road, and there is a stream on your left, and then you just try to rotate the map according to the north, and then you try to see, okay, we are here somewhere, or we are somewhere here, and then we are here. So it is just like this method is known as the location by inspection. And we organize this based on our inspection, whether there is streams, there are roads, there are hills, there are peaks or ridges, a network of peaks that is connected with the line. So we can locate ourselves based on the inspection method. There is another method that we can do is combination of inspection and bearing line. How we do that? We have we are standing somewhere here, and we just use the Brenton compass, and we calculate the angle that this point is making on our Brenton. We just orient the Brenton compass, and then we draw a line from that particular point to this peak, and then we locate another peak. In this, we have two peaks, peak number 1 and peak number 2, and then we locate the points based on our Brenton compass. So हम इससे देखते हैं कि वो कितने एंगल पे है. We just take the bearing, and then we intersect that bearing, and as a result of that intersection, they come at one point, and that one point we just mark it as the point where we are standing. So it means we can use this technique to locate ourselves in the field. So this is how we see and how we plot various features on the map in order to see the location that we are. So this is the methods, and you can practice once you are in the field. It is always very good practice that you do. These days we have the presence of GPS, and what you do, you just stand on this line, and then you calculate the longitudes, so the latitudes and the longitudes, and based on those readings, what you do, you just try to see where they are intersecting, like this point, and then you try to calculate what are the longitudes and latitudes of this point, and then you open your GPS, and in GPS you just place it next to the map, and then you try to see what are the longitudes and latitudes. I think you guys know what longs and lats means. And then based on that, you just try to locate yourself on the map, and then you just plot those points on the map, and in that way you can also locate yourself in the field. This is how you do it using a GPS. So there are different methods. There is one method we saw is inspection and bearing line. The other method is the inspection, or locating yourself without the inspection, and just using the bearing line. In that you need two or three. Sometimes people they also use three peaks, and they just try to see where these 3 points are intersecting based on the angle that you calculated using your Brenton compass, and then the intersection point is the place where you are located. And this is how we do it in the field. और this is just like you use D protector, जिसको आप लोग D कहते हैं, या जिसको आप plotting angle plotting के लिए use करते हैं, उसको we just place it there, and then we just do it, just place it there, and we calculate the angle. Okay, this one is 90, then this is like 110, 120, 130, and then until 180, and then we just plot that using our protector, and similarly for other peak, and then for the third peak, and we see where these points are intersecting, and then based on that we just do the location and understand the location. The other method is bearing and pacing. We can also do it by pacing. Pacing is just like you calculate a distance on ground, and then you calculate how many, like if you walk, how many steps, like 10 steps for 1 meter, or 10 steps for 5 meters. You just calculate the distance on the ground, and then what you do, you just see the bearing of a feature. You just see the feature just like this one, and then you try to calculate the, like for example you walk from here to here, and then you see, okay, how many steps I covered and how much distance I covered, and then you just convert that distance, and you just try to see, okay, maybe this hill is 1 kilometer away from you, and what angle it has, and then we just convert that distance on the scale of the map, and also we just try to plot the bearing, and in that way you can also use that method for locating yourself in the field. It's also a very effective method, and however, it's not possible to do it for all the directions. Sometimes the terrains are very steep and hilly, and it's not easy to climb up and to see all the features and see all the stuff, and so on. Okay, then there is location by intersection of a bearing and contour lines, the elevation. We can also do it by seeing the, you see there are different contours that are present here, and also there is the bearing, and we see where this bearing line is crossing these contours, and based on their intersection, we can also do the location, and we try to see where on which contour line we are located, and you can also do it with the GPS. You can just calculate the height. Like for example, for Sargodha, if the height of Sargodha is 500 plus meters above sea level, or 600 plus meters above sea level, we just calculate the height, and that height is actually the height for the contour, because contours are calculated above sea level. And you can also calculate, okay, this is the 500 contour, you are located somewhere here. So there are several methods that you can also use of you can also use as indicator of location on the map. Similarly, you can also use the other methods like control signal. Sometimes there is a big telephone booth located in the location, or there is a spring that is located, or maybe there is a special type of a emerald mine is there, or some special type of trees or flags, or sometimes the geographic boundaries are there, like the district boundaries or the municipal or the tehsil boundaries are there. And sometimes they can also help you to understand the location, and then to see where you are located on the map. Similarly, we see it, the GPS method that is also mentioned here. And in GPS method, the was developed by the Department of Defense by the United States, and in that method, we also use the location, and then we just plot that location on the map. How GPS works, it's mentioned that you have the GPS in your field in your hands, and then that is actually connected with 24 orbiting satellites. And once you get appreciable signal, the GPS, it gives you that green light that okay, you can now take the uh, latitude, longitude, and elevation points accurately. And as a result, you can just write those longitudes, latitudes, and elevation on your notebook, your field notebook, and then just go to the map, your field map, and on that field map you just try to see, okay, where these latitudes and longitudes are intersecting, and what are the, for example, here you normally have the latitudes and here you have the longitudes, and you see where they are intersecting. And as a result, based on their intersection, you will see, okay, what height is this, what height is this, and based on that you just calculate the height of the feature or the location of your graph. This is one of the methods that you use. I think for today it's enough, and we'll see other